Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay.
I understand that.
Okay. So
I'm not
that's where we were at.
I'm
Hold
not
on.
saying that. Hang on a second for 1 second. That kind of that puts me in a predicament, honestly. And
Why?
I
Because you
do
don't want to see him
understand.
positive?
No, it's not that. It's not that. It's that I've tried this. I've already been there and done that with him.
Yeah, so
So
if we 1,001 times, it
right,
still doesn't mean we
right.
don't give up.
Right. So when it comes to kids, it crosses a boundary for me. And
Absolutely. Your
I
kids weren't threatened. Mine were.
my kids were told my kids I was
He
told
talked
that
about your husband repeatedly over and
no
over
he
and over.
talked
He
listen,
talked
no, he
about my
also talked
children
about
swinging from a tree.
hang on for a second. He can talk about my ex-husband all he wants, but do you know the other stuff that he said about me and what I do to my kids?
Now, okay, let me ask you.
I
When
don't want
he
to go
first
into that.
started saying that, were we here defending you? Were we?
I don't know.
Bullet, were we
I
not
don't
up
think
here every
so.
time you
No.
called for us
Yeah,
defending
yeah,
you?
you guys were there. You guys were
Thank
there,
you.
but
Thank you.
you guys were there. I think you were more trying to hear the situation out and see what was
Did we
going
not
on.
call him every name in the book and call him out with you? Were we not doing that? When he was
Yes.
sitting with Grow and Maymay, right?
Well, when he did this with Grow and Maymay, he was actually yelling at Grow and Maymay and said, "Fuck them. He's going to get violent on his
No,
own."
no. When we were going after him, he was sitting with Grow and Maymay. When he turned positive, he left Grow
Well,
and Maymay and he started to turn positive and just sing and do his weird little karaoke
okay,
things by himself.
right. Oh, absolutely. And
Okay.
I'm not putting that
Okay.
back.
I'm giving you timelines. I'm going one step at a time because you
Right.
saying we're not communicating properly. So you need to answer as I go so then you can understand, right? So when he was with Grow and Maymay calling us, you included us, all disgusting, absolutely attacking women and children, did we not stand right beside you calling him out?
Yes.
Okay.
And
Then he
yes.
left. He started doing positivity, and he wasn't even fighting with them yet. He said, "I need to change. I want to sing, do positive stuff. I'm tired of the fighting." Okay. They got pissed off because we were in our own live. Remember requesting songs? Do you remember that? We were streaming
Okay.
him requesting
Yeah,
songs from Viking.
they did.
That's
Absolutely.
right. Then they freaked out because of that, and they started attacking him. We did not. We continue to stay positive because I would prefer, and this is the 500, listen, 5011 time that Viking has turned positive and then turned nasty. Okay. So we are
Right.
not sugarcoating that he could turn back to being a vile, disgusting person.
And that's okay. I respect
What
that.
we were doing was, why would we antagonize somebody who is not doing something to continue to be vile and disgusting?
No,
Right?
right. I absolutely understand
Okay.
that.
Okay. So
100%.
you're still mad at what he had said about you, but you weren't understanding what we were doing. It's not that we're friends with him, it's that we are promoting and accepting that he is trying to change. We are going to help that
Absolutely.
instead
And
of
that's
hinder it
okay.
and start over.
And
Okay.
that's absolutely fine. But I don't
Okay.
have to be a part of that. I'm going to walk away from
That's
that.
I
So
didn't
you
we
guys
didn't ask you, but did I ask you to
Can
do
I,
that?
hang on. No, this is my decision.
That's
This is
right.
on myself. This is Bullet, nobody else. If I decide to step away to let you guys do what you need to do out of respect,
Yep.
I can't, don't, then it's like, stop poking me if I'm trying to be respectful. That's
Okay.
my
Now,
and I
we-
respect what was said and done, and I respect what you guys are doing. That doesn't mean I have to fucking like it, and that doesn't mean I have to
Nope,
sit.
you're right. Now,
Like
did we give you? Okay, now here's the other part. Now we're gonna keep going. We're holding alive. Somebody in the comments made a comment about him. Rodeo Mom's responding. You cut the live, right? Hold on. I don't even. I know something was said. Listen, what my point was, the live was cut. We talked to you privately, right?
hang on, please. This is where I fucked up, okay? And I'm not
Yep.
saying, listen, I take my own fucking accountability. Here's
Okay.
where I fucked up. When I announced, I said, I have to step away. I'm talking to I'm dealing with my kids, right?
Yep.
it was stated out loud. Oh, well, Bullet's dealing with the kids. Okay. And then I think she made a joke to Box Lizard. Well, your service sucks. So now I guess I'm talking to myself or some shit.
Yes.
Right? I'm away.
Yep.
I don't know what's being said. This is my
That's
fault.
right.
I get this. I'm away. I don't know what the fuck's being said. I come back, right? And I hear something. I'm like with my kids. My volume's kind of down. I turn the volume up. I'm with my kids, right? And I hear about dick pics and shit. That's not Rodeo Mom's fault.
That's right.
That's absolutely not. You guys don't understand that? I don't know that. That's not her fault.
That's right.
That I turned the volume up and then all of a sudden this shit happened, right?
That's right.
So here I am, like pissed off at myself, kind of thing. And then I hear this, and then my kids are there. They're walked away, whatever. And then I'm hearing this Viking bullshit. And then I'm hearing this dick pics and 13-year-olds. And I'm like, I don't want to do this right now. I don't want to. I don't want to hear about the bike. My kids were there. I don't want to hear about that.
Okay.
Can we not? And then it was repeated louder. And it's not Rodeo's mom's fault for not understanding that in my situation, what was going on with my camera off. Okay, that's not her fault. Yep. You don't. You guys know that I know that, right?
Yes.
It's not her fault for that. I can't shame and blame her.
Okay.
But what I'm going to do is shut
I'm not
my
even
shit
saying
down because listen. I'm going to shut my shit down because in the background I can't have that shit. So I
absolutely. I agree.
Down. All right.
I agree.
It was a trigger for me for what was said.
Okay.
Okay. He did. It brought them flashbacks and all that shit because of the dick pics of the 13-year-old kid, and I didn't want to hear about it. My kids were standing there. That was even fucking worse for me. Okay, that was even fucking worse. And then Vikings in the mix of it, and she said he was associated to it or whatever. He's part of the narrative.
Okay.
So all of that at once. I shut my fucking shit down. It was too much.
Okay. Now, Bullet. When that happened, did we bring you privately and talk to you about it?
Yeah.
Okay. Did we say what you did was rude because you just cut it off? What
Absolutely.
You should have said, what I said, then I even said this to you. I said, what you could have done is said, hey guys, I can't do this live. I have to go. I got a whatever excuse you wanted to make. I got to go.
Absolutely.
Can we go live somewhere else?
Right,
absolutely. We
and
talked about that, right?
The Rodeo Mom did say that she was going to go in her own live.
That's right. Right. So
that
would have been done right there. But what happened when we said that to you? Did you take that lightly or did you get mad?
I don't care if she went in her own live. That's
you
reason why I shut it
privately.
down.
I'm talking our private conversation.
Listen. Hang on a second. I'm talking about the conversation. Rodeo Mom announced in my live before I shut it down that she was.
No, she didn't have time. You cut her off.
No, she did. I have the recording.
We absolutely held you accountable to a private thing that you just cut it off. You didn't even choose mid-sentence and she cut it off.
Listen, hang on a second. EPM, I'm telling you. She said she was going to go in her own live and talk about it.
Okay, what did I say?
She said,
in the private call.
Absolutely. She goes, because I stand for kids. And then she explained it again. If you're going to go into your own live, then go. It's okay. I already said I didn't want to talk about it.
In the private conversation we had, did you get mad when we told you why we were upset?
Not really.
Yes, you left the... you did. You left the chat.
Hang on. Can you hang on a second?
Yep.
It wasn't
We're not playing word games.
Huh?
We're not going to play word games. Did you leave the chat because you were mad?
Not at what happened, not at the live and the way it reacted. It was because I was being undermined and that I was told I was the boy who cried wolf and all this shit when I was literally trying to just, maybe I did explain it the wrong way. Maybe my words were twisted. I didn't get it out right. Okay, I'm not denying that, all right? I take ownership for that. But instead of listening, I was called names.
No, I can bring that chat up. Don't do that, sweetheart. That first chat that you first did this, that was not called any names.
I was not called the boy who cried wolf. And then
I didn't disagree with that. You weren't called any names. You absolutely were told that. You're the boy that cried wolf. Absolutely. But you were not called a bitch. You weren't called anything like that. You were not attacked like that. So don't make it sound that way.
anything like that, when somebody says something like that, when I'm trying to explain something, is still, in my mind, that's still, you're still saying that I'm this and that. That's still, to me, that's name calling. Don't do that. I'm not doing that to you.
Okay.
You
So
understand?
because of that statement, you took it as we were calling you a bitch.
No, I took it as exactly
That's
what it
name
was.
calling. But that's name
Yeah.
calling. That's why I'm just trying to
I-
explain what maybe the statement wasn't explained well. The boy that cried wolf is every time somebody talks about something you don't like or that you're get upset about, you never give the free warning or you just cut it off. And that's what we were telling you, right? That was the conversation we were having, right? Then let's jump again. You bring up Viking once more, and you keep doing it, right? You keep playing videos. You making if this point and what I've said, and I have. I'll give you an example. Mac is a trigger to me, right? Mac is not a trigger. He's a boundary. Mac is a boundary for me, not a trigger, because nobody triggers me on here. Mac is a boundary for me, right? So my boundary, I don't talk about him. I don't play his videos. I don't do shit to do with Mac, right?
Okay.
You continuously say the Vikings are trigger, Vikings are boundary, but you continuously poke and poke and poke. And we said, why are you doing that if that's a trigger to you? That's our question. You got so mad in the call yesterday, you threatened to slap us.
I didn't threaten to slap nobody.
You would never talk to me like this. I'd slap you in your...
No. No.
We can play it. We can play it.
I never threatened to slap, and please do, because I never threatened to slap anybody.
You didn't say, if you wouldn't say this shit to my face, because if you did, what would happen? What did you say?
I never said I would slap anybody.
You don't remember the conversation, but were you that mad?
I was fucking pissed.
Yeah, so you did say it, honey. I'm telling you. I absolutely, I wasn't even in the call. I heard it.
I never said I would slap anybody. I would never threaten to hit anybody. I would say, you would understand if it slapped you in the face, but I would never say that I slapped anybody.
Oh,
Period.
okay. So you got really mad yesterday. Why? I want you to explain why. It was a private conversation because we never brought it to the app. Because what did I say to you before I went to work? Because I missed the rest of that
No
call.
way I got mad.
No, wait. What did I say to you before I went to work and this conversation continued? What did I say to you? We do this privately because we do not do this publicly to our friends, right?
Absolutely.
We wanted to fix this because we considered you a friend and did not want to bring this publicly, right?
Then why was it done?
You brought it public this morning. Why?
What about yesterday? After the call. You don't,
What are you talking
don't know that they went live and talked about all this?
Did you leave the chat and freak out again?
No, I left the chat and didn't say a fucking word to nobody. I didn't even
You
go
didn't
back
freak out and leave the chat. You didn't freak out.
I left the
You were
chat.
calm when you left that chat?
Oh, fuck no. I hung up and I said I was done.
Okay.
But I
So
never went live. I never did nothing. I called somebody to help me calm down.
And then did you go live this morning? About Viking again? About Viking.
After seeing, huh?
Did you go live again this morning about Viking?
After seeing the live that was talked about me after the phone call happened?
They're saying you went live after the chat.
No, I did not.
There's people saying you went live after the chat.
No, I didn't.
I don't know. Bullet, where was I? I was at work.
I swear to you, as my brother is gone now.
Look, everybody's saying you brought it to TikTok yesterday.
No, ma'am, I did not.
I'm just saying your chat is telling you did.
Prove it, I'll wait.
Now here, I'm saying you, Bullet. Did I not say I was at work?
Oh, I was talking to the chat. I said, prove it, I'll wait. Prove that I went live or that I brought it to this app.
You're talking about what Colby stirred.
I didn't even know Colby was in a live yesterday. So I'll wait.
Listen, I was at work because remember my last thing I said to you?
No, I did not. Sorry, I'm reading the chat. I never went live.
Well, pay attention to me for a second. What did I say to you when I went to work? I left the chat and I said, what did I say to you?
That you had to go to work?
I absolutely said to you, and this is why I like to reiterate things that I say previously. I said to you, Bullet, we do not do this publicly because we are trying to fix it privately. Do not leave this chat. Do not run away when something makes you mad. Even if you have to scream it out, figure it out. Did I say that?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Did you freak out and leave?
I left, but I didn't go live.
You left the whole chat.
Absolutely did, because I was just
Okay.
going to keep going. That was
Okay.
my way of fucking leaving. So that way I didn't scream and yell at anybody and keep getting pissed off and making the situation worse, because I was already fucking heated.
I knew
Clearly.
something was wrong between you guys and her before the live. No modding anymore. Right, she had modded us after she had ended
What are we playing? What are we playing right
The
now?
live
few days
after the
ago?
call.
out of the blue.
That's not me.
I didn't go live after the combo yesterday. Colby said she did joking around, but at first they did.
Where to? I knew this fucking live is Toronto. Right, I mean,
Didn't
even
know it was a joke.
right? Anything. Shelby, you mod me?
She wanted, you're not modded? Hold on.
No, on this account.
She wanted to ask questions about stuff we were doing. We weren't responding and putting it there, so that wasn't good enough for her. It's not like
Thank
we
you.
needed to tell her repeatedly.
Oh, okay. Pause for a sec, Bullet. Pause for a sec. Read the chat.
And that's the thing.
Did you hear you reading the chat?
Ask Karma J, because I was on the phone with her for an hour.
Colby said you went live about it.
Come in the box, Karma J, because you can verify that I didn't fucking go live.
We're not, listen, Karma J, that's what we're talking about, because this was done privately for, this has been an ongoing conversation for 2 weeks, has it not, Bullet?
Then why did you guys go live yesterday? Why did they go, I'm sorry, not you. You didn't.
Stop it.
Why did they go live yesterday and start talking about it? If it's supposed to be a private, no, I was not.
No, I said, were we not trying to fix this privately for like the last week? Before
Absolutely.
yesterday. Were we not? I see it.
So when I retaliate of the live, because literally it was told not to be brought to the live, so I didn't bring it to the live. I haven't said hardly shit about it. Yes, I posted videos of Viking because I'm doing that by
So
myself.
it was
I don't have
Pablo
nothing
in
to do
that.
with Rex.
It was, listen,
don't have nothing to
like
do
I
with
said, it's Pablo. Can you let her up? Because that was her voice, right? In that call. I could tell it was her. But I didn't know, listen, because I don't know what happened after I talked to you in that chat, right?
I was on the phone with Karma J and they were live talking about me.
Okay, well, can you let Pablo up? Because she said, and I'll explain what happened. Because I don't know why they would talk about it because I wasn't there.
Yep.
And you know Pablo's respectful just like I am.
Okay, so yesterday we'd gone live. We weren't talking about it. And then Colby had come in the chat and was like, "Bullets."
Well, hold on, she got a call. You know she's over.
Okay. No, my alarm.
Go ahead,
my
try
alarm went
again.
off.
Oh.
It's only 7:00 in the morning here. Anyways, so we had gone live. We weren't talking about it, and then Colby came in and said, "Bullets live talking about it." Blah blah. Talking about Rodeo Mom, and then that set Rodeo Mom off. Right, and then we had talked about it a few times. I got Rodeo Mom calmed back down, and then we talked about it a little bit, and then dropped it. So yeah,
Rodeo Mom wasn't even in the when I pulled it up, when I was told that you guys were talking about it, because I was on the phone with Karma J the entire time, and somebody told me that you guys were live. It wasn't even Karma J. Like I was outside pacing the floors, pissed off, saying that I was just letting it all out because that's what I do, right? Because I didn't want to keep taking it out on everybody. So I was like on the phone with Karma J, just screaming my fucking head off. And then I get a message saying that you guys were live. And I even told Karma J, you can ask her. I told Karma J, I was like, really? They're live talking about me? Like, I thought they told me not to bring this to the app. Why is it coming to the app? And then
I said, that's what we don't do.
To it, and you know what I said? I listened to a little bit of it, and I said, I'm not even doing this anymore. So I only got, like, the tail end of it, and said, I'm done. I'm not listening to this. I'm not going to.
right.
So I was literally just told not to bring shit to the app, and then this happened.
Right. Well, I'm just
And,
what I'm
and whoa, whoa, whoa,
saying.
I just want to clarify, Pablo.
Why?
Nobody told you not to do anything. I said this is what we do. We try to fix it in private. I never said do not. I said Bullet. This is what we do. We try to fix it. Our friends in private instead of trying to argue in on a live. Did I not? I didn't say do not. I don't tell you what to do.
Right, and I was
Clarify
totally
that
saying
because
that
I
it
don't
was a
tell
heated
nobody to do
live
anything.
and all of this, and now I do this and that. I mean, that's why I went live today, because I wasn't literally. You can ask Karma J. I was not gonna fucking do nothing. I was gonna calm the fuck down, reevaluate my shit. I needed time by myself. That's why I've explained this to everybody.
Yep.
That's why I walked away, because Alicia said I need to sit back and reevaluate shit. So when I leave something and I'm put back in it, that's just causing more problems. So that's why I kind of kept leaving. I don't want to be part of the Viking situation. That's a trigger, clearly.
But you played Viking this morning. If he is, that's where we're confused.
Absolutely.
So he's not a trigger.
Oh yeah,
Right.
it's a
So
trigger.
hold on a second. So you just said he's a trigger, but then you started talking about him again. You know what I mean? So that's where people's confusion keeps coming from.
That's where we're confused.
Okay, hang on a second. Karma J, can you help me out on this, please?
Yeah, go ahead, Karma J.
I'm not
I'm
speaking
not
it
quite
correctly.
sure what I'm helping out with, but to address Sierra and Regina in the comments about what my comment in the chat is that you guys were all friends, but look at the comments, and then your guys' comment back to me is that they have friends have disagreements. That's correct. However, some of these comments in here of who were Bullet, and I'm not going to say all, but most of these comments in here of who had sat in here with either just Wreck-It, just coming in to support them in Bullet's Live, or Bullet and Wreck-It, you guys are sitting here calling her soft, go back to farm talk, doing that. That's what I'm addressing. So don't twist my comments.
Oh, I didn't even see those.
I mean, they can be irrelevant.
I'm media
here, but at the end of the
professor.
day,
Getting ready for
don't
work.
twist that. Like, this is it's also patterns of everybody else. We all have patterns on TikTok, okay?
That's right.
That person, it's going to last very briefly. You guys, I'm not quite sure. Bullet has her own patterns. I have my own patterns. You know what I'm saying?
sure
Like,
it's
it is what it is. My wishy-washiness on TikTok isn't wishy-washy. I go to the same 3 people all the time. And those are my go-tos. And I'll step back if there's issues. Even my good friend Bullet, I tell her, look, I support you. I consider you a best friend. We talk about shit that isn't TikTok on the phone and everything. But at the end of the day, I don't sit with who she does. And I don't tell her that she's wrong for it. I don't. I have been transparent with another creator on this app that a lot of people right now are disgusted with. But at the end of the day, like, they haven't judged me for it. You know, like, I don't understand this. Yesterday, I don't know all of that. I don't know what happened before the call. I don't whatever. Like I said, I don't like to be around when a lot of people are around Bullet. Okay? Like, I just don't. I don't want to get in it. It is what it is, but I will talk to her about it. So what I know is what she says, but I don't go off of that entirely until I see it. And then I see it, and I did. And it was just like, come on, guys. Like, I don't really know how to explain it from there, but if I only know bits and pieces, but I know how my friend is feeling, I'm not going to tell her that she's wrong. I can say that I don't know everything of it, but how you're feeling sucks. It is what it is, but, you know, just fucking step away from it. Like, just do it. But if you're going to step away, stay stepped away. You know?
That's right. That's what we said. And I agree with that. And that's where we're confused. Why do you say he's a trigger, but they come live and immediately play lives that he's talking? Like, it doesn't make sense to us. And then if we try to talk about him.
It didn't happen yesterday, though.
What are you talking about? She did it this morning.
Yeah, I said it didn't happen yesterday, though. A lot of people in these comments are saying that she went live yesterday.
No, oh yeah, because somebody, I guess, look at, Pablo can answer that. Colby did come in and say that she's live talking about it right now. Talking about rodeo.
Yeah. But she wasn't live. But she was not live.
So is that what the
He
comment
was stirring the pot.
That's what I was just going to
You know
say.
what I mean?
Is that what the comment in the chat is of stirring the pot?
Yes.
Right.
So that's I say anybody's name on this app, and it's going to be like, why is my name out of your mouth? So I'm just going to refer to the chat.
Yes,
But-
the chat.
Yeah.
So if Colby was live stirring the fucking pot,
He wasn't live. He was in a comment.
No, he was in the comments.
Colby came in pouring the fucking pot. Why did everybody start talking about it? Why didn't they just go figure out if I was live or not?
Well, I immediately jumped up and was like, no, or not jumped up, but was in the comments like, no, she's not live, because I went and looked. But at that point, Rodeo Mom had already was upset, and so
Which bullet you
She
get?
said I called her
but then she
fucking
got-
husband. She said I called her fucking husband a pedophile.
No, what she said was you were sitting beside people who did
Then
it.
she twisted. Then she turned it around and corrected it and said that I co-signed it. I don't co-sign that shit.
You sat in a box and that's what she was talking about. When you were with people that were sitting in a box and laughing
I
at
don't
TV
give a
with
fuck
them
what
and friends
anybody
with.
says. I will never fucking co-sign that shit. Ever.
Right?
Point blank, period.
Okay. So
Everybody-
here's what, and we'll keep going down this line, right?
And then what
keep
give
go-
her the right to sit here and blast it and say that I fucking then bring up fucking Mac and say that I lied or whatever she said. I can play the recording that I said that I suck I wanted to suck Mac's cock. What did that have to do with any fucking thing that was going on?
Was I in that conversation?
no,
don't know, but
that
it
was
was
live,
live.
and I believe that was live, and she was mad at that point
Don't you
because
think?
again, it was said that you were live calling out Rodeo Mom.
So
You know what I
does
mean?
that-
And so she had flipped out. She'd flipped out, and I got her calmed down. And then I think you got brought up again later, and I said a few things, and then that was it. As far as I know.
My rodeo mom was the reason why I flipped out yesterday.
Okay. Now, why didn't you let her in a box this morning then? To talk
Why am
about
I
it?
going to let somebody in the box that's absolutely been nothing but fucking disrespectful accuse me of condoning fucking pedophile bullshit on her fucking husband, which I
Okay,
never.
I agree.
fucking would.
I just
And
asked
then
why
she
you
wants to
didn't.
go
I just
fucking
asked why
live.
you didn't.
And then she
Now,
wants to
here's
go
my
fucking
next-
live and say that I said that I sucked Mac's cock. Nah.
Okay. Okay, listen, I just asked why. I just wanted clarification.
That's bullshit.
Now, here's my
No,
next
no.
thing. Why?
No,
Why?
what she said was that you sent, hold on. What she said was you sent Mac a message saying you wanted to suck his cock.
Right?
Okay.
Not that you did.
But
Okay, so
Hang
all
on,
right,
hang
so
on.
he-
Let's go
Oh my
on
God.
mute.
so all attention has to be on her. It has to be all about her.
What's strange is some certain people have done really bad things, and they're okay to her, right? But
Exactly.
yeah, noticing that.
No,
Matt
not you.
posted it.
Because
Hang
I'm
on.
telling you, I was in Vikings last night, and I wasn't even tripping. So
That shoe store didn't want me to have service.
Clearly. Listen, you were up here spinning,
I was cussing Colby out, so it's a good thing that he got down.
right? I didn't get upset. I was just like, right, Sarah, you know what I mean? Trust the process. Sometimes people just gotta trust the process and trust what we're doing or what's being done. You know?
well, we don't tell people what they can and can't do. So why does anyone think that they would have the right to question us and insinuate wanting to tell us what we can or cannot do?
I agree.
I tried to explain it to her before, and she said she understood. So that's where I'm lost.
Right, and that's the whole. I guess that's where the frustration lies because multiple people tried to. Right, and then what ended up happening was everything started getting brought up, and everybody got heated. Well, not everybody, but a lot of people got heated. You know, and then so it became a big yelling match.
Well, the thing is, what it comes down to is most of us don't want to be fighting on the app every day. It's exhausting.
It is. It is
Especially where that one certain person is concerned, just because of the lies. So I'm choosing to not fight with him every day.
Never have I
Or
ever.
can you pause for just a
Hang
sec?
on.
Never.
Wow. I was answering that person.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Video
I'm sorry.
Saying
That was a reaction. I apologize. I should not have snapped on you. That was my bad. I'm sorry.
This person asked me a
I'm
question
sorry.
and she said, what
No,
does
for
trust
real,
the
I'm sorry. I
process
should
mean?
have done that.
It's okay.
I'm sorry.
She asked me what precious are, and listen. This is what we mean by trust the process. And I explained it about Viking, and I said to Bullet, right now, are we friends with Viking? No. But I would prefer Viking not be attacking women and children and stay on positive, and that's what we were supporting. Not supporting, but encouraging, I would say. That was trust the process. We would prefer to see him like that than could keep pushing and triggering him to attack us and our children again. I didn't know he was live attacking more women and children. I didn't know that. I will have to see it because I thought he was
didn't either.
positive, but I worked all week. I work every day. So that's what I mean by trust the process. We're tired of him spewing vile, disgusting shit about women and children. That's why I said trust the process. It wasn't that we're
He
best
threatened to
friends.
slap a female and kids last night.
That's what he said. That's what they said. I haven't seen it, but people said it. So I can't say yes or
Yeah, I
no,
didn't see it
right?
either.
I have to see it. But what I'm saying is that's what that meant by trust the process. We
Right,
were
well, see, what you-
absolutely wanting to see a more positive side, and we'll encourage
Absolutely.
that rather than push him and keep playing videos on him and keep playing recordings on him to push him to be vile again.
Right. No, I get that. Here's what I'm saying is what you guys aren't understanding is that, Viking's been going live several different times when you guys are not awake and doing the same shit. Like, he just doesn't do it during the day. Am I wrong?
But have you, okay, Bullet, if that was true, so not last night, let's forget about last night. Let's say 3 nights ago or 2 nights ago, when you played videos and stuff, was he being vile that night? Can you show me that? Because I didn't see it, and nobody showed recordings of it.
Honestly,
Every time he's vile, it's all over Reddit, and I've not seen
probably
it.
get that. I can probably get that shit for you. Yes.
Now, was it if it's last night? Okay, I was told, so I have to go check Reddit. I didn't wake up thinking, hey, I better check to see if Viking was an asshole because I don't care, right?
Right, because most of us work and we're sleeping at night.
Yeah, like I'm not going to be up all night babysitting a fucking grown ass man. That's not me, right? I'm not going to get up and babysit a fucking grown ass man.
He's not.
What I said was I was encouraging the positive part instead of trying to trigger him and to being a vile, disgusting person. And that's what we didn't understand about you. If he is a trigger, why would you trigger him to attack you? We didn't understand that.
But listen, you also don't know what I know either.
Oh, that's not answering my question. If
No,
he
I'm
is a
just saying,
trigger,
there's
why are you
more-
doing
there's
things to
more-
make him attack you?
Because I can, and because I believe in something and some shit that does not need to be said to protect people. And that's nobody's business but mine. So if I want to yell about Viking, I will yell about Viking. If it's only raising awareness and doing the right thing.
So this is exactly. People called Viking's girlfriend's family and got her kicked out. That's why he went nuts. People are attacking this girl because she's dating Viking. She had nothing to do with it. People are triggering him, and I don't understand. If you don't like the shit he's saying, why continue to trigger him? Why continue to go after him?
I cannot talk about that. I won't talk about I can't.
Okay, but that's why it's okay. Now step back. You didn't understand what we were doing. We don't understand what you're doing.
Okay, hang on a minute.
EPM, one second real quick. Precious RN. The people attacking her was her sister and her boyfriend. Correct. That is what happened. The reaction of him and other people is from that action. She is correct. They had it.
I'm not saying Bullet did it last night. I don't know what happened. Like I said, I didn't see
but
it.
the girls had the part in it over on the sister's end and everybody else over there. They're the ones making that for her sister. There's a lot of history there. There's a lot of history that I know about that. But at the end of the day, that is what happened, RN.
Okay,
It
so
was her family.